Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the podcast. This is UKMtG here, and with our special podcast, Ugins Insight. This is our first show back for 2018, and this is episode 18. My God, I can't believe we've done 18 of these already, lads. So, obviously, before we get round to going into all the news, we need to introduce who is here. So we have the Planeswalker himself, who's in charge of Dominaria and Ravnica. We have Adam. Adam, welcome back.
Thank you very much. Hello.
And we have dug him out of the laboratory from Unstable. It is Chris.
Hello.
And I, yourself, the Goblin Rabble Master himself, Jordan. And we are pretty much going to get down straight into the Cracker Pack because, quite frankly, we got a crap ton to talk about because things have kind of took off since the last podcast that went on. And so with regards to Cracker Pack, so you all know, we have a live video on our YouTube channel where you can watch the Cracker Pack live as well as hearing our beautiful sultry voices. And also, we are available to download through iTunes, and we are looking into going into other media. So if you have any great ideas of where you like to listen to your podcast, please leave a comment below on the YouTube channel or DM us directly and let us know where we should be posting our content. So, we have a Cracker Pack, and the Cracker Pack itself is this time going to be Magic Origins.
Ooh.
So what? Foil flip, Jace?
Yes.
just casually off the cuff. So I have just returned, obviously from New Zealand. Had a beautiful holiday out there.
Yeah, it's all right time, isn't it?
Yes, it was. And so, Chris, how was it looking after the channel for me? Was it good? Enjoy it?
I'm glad you're back. Let me put it that way.
Stressful, isn't it?
I'm never going to complain about you doing a channel ever again.
I see. Everyone's a critic. Right, so first card that we have is Touch of Moonglove. It's single black, instant. Target creature you control gets +1 sword and Death Touch. And whenever a creature deals damage to that creature, a creature dealt damage by that creature dies this turn, its controller loses 2 life. I can speak, I swear.
I like this card, even though it's a common.
It's good combat trick.
Especially if you've got a lot of attackers and you spread out the damage, you can do a lot of damage very quickly with this.
It's good little. It's a good little combat trick for defense. You know, get 2. You can get you get a cheeky shock in there. It's quite nice. Right, next one is a Crowan Jailer. Single white, 1/1 creature, and you can pay 2 and a white. Tap it, and you get to tap target creature.
Not bad. It's a fan bearer, isn't it?
It's a bit of a fan bearer. Fan bearer is obviously whenever you cast a zombie spell, you get to do it. So this is just paying mana. It's a good mana sink, but you get to only do it on one target. If you can keep on tapping it some way.
Yeah, the fan bearer is the tap one. You pay one.
You're thinking of Binding Moment.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, I'm thinking of Binding Moment. Yeah, that's right. Subterranean Scout. It's a 1 and a red 2/1 goblin, and when it enters the battlefield, target creature with power 2 or less can't be blocked this turn. Love it. It is good, especially as you can sort of combo up, especially with prowess sort of thing. You know, get something can't be blocked, and then you start going, and now we start pumping you with various spells. Dark Dabbling, 2 and a black, instant, regenerate target creature and draw a card. And then if you've got Spell Mastery, which is of course when you've got 3 or more spells in the graveyard, you can, if there are 2 or more instant or sorcery cards in the graveyard, you also regenerate each other creature you control. So early game, good to keep something on the board. Late game, good to keep the team on the board.
Yeah.
So yeah, and plus you get a draw card. So
not bad.
All win all round.
Not bad in black. Aspiring Aeronauts, 3 and a blue. It's a human artificer. It's a 1/2. It has flying. When it enters the battlefield, you get to create a 1/1 Thopter that also has flying. Yeah, decent.
Yeah.
Wish it had create 2 Thopters. So it's sort of 4 mana, and you're getting what? 2. It's a 4 mana 2/3 effectively.
Yeah.
With flying.
I think the only reason it costs more is because it's got flying.
Oh yeah, I know the reason why it costs more because of the evasion, but it's kind of like I kind of want a bit more value for money. I mean, it is only common, but you know. Oh, here we go. Great spell. Titanic Growth. 1 and a green, instant. Target creature gets +4/+4 until the end of turn. Yes.
See, I've always liked the artwork with the giant cat on it. Unless I'm thinking of something else here.
Oh, that is Giant Growth, I believe. The one with the cat. This is Titanic Growth. I think it might be the same. I can't remember. It's a bit hard to remember. Oh, here is the Bane that was in Standard. Nantuko Husk. 2 and a black, zombie insect, that's a 2/2, and you get to sack a creature, and it gets +2/+2 until the end of turn.
Not bad.
This was the bane of Collected Company, Secure the Wastes, especially when you had, in Battle for Zendikar, the uncommon black, that whenever your creature dies, your opponent loses 1.
Zulu Port Cutthroat.
Zulu Port Cutthroat, thank you. You would effectively secure the waste, get a ton of creatures back from the graveyard, and then sack them all and drain your opponent. And it was
not nice.
It was horrible. Apart from that, it's actually quite good. Apart from that, actually limited, it's quite sweet. Bellows Lizard, single red lizard, 1/1, and you can pay 1 in red, and it gets +1/+1 until the end of turn. So a bit more expensive fire breathing. Good mana singler game, but early game, it's not that good. Leaf Gilder, 1 and a green. It's a 2/1, and you can tap to add green to your mana pool. So it's strictly worse Llanowar Elves. Because, of course, they couldn't really reprint the Llanowar Elves. But, I get what they were trying to do. But it is an alright sort of thing. Torpan Freeblade, 1 and a white, 2/2, with Vigilance, and Renown 1. This is an all-star in Limited. This was nuts.
How was it?
Oh, yeah. Well, the fact is that the second it does combat damage to a player, it becomes a 3/3 with Vigilance.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. 2/2 with Vigilance. Good. A 2/2 for 2 with Vigilance. Yes. Happily have that. Then it has the ability to become a 3/3 with Vigilance for 2 mana. Yes. Very good.
Renown was quite a big thing on
Renown was good. But one thing that was interesting, because I was looking into a modern deck about Renown, and I figured you could cheat it by putting 1/1 counters on, because of course this is human, you could use like Value's Lieutenant, but Renown still has to trigger. It doesn't count it, because there are certain ones that once they have abilities once they got Renown. So I think apparently +1/+1 counters do not count as Renown. So that was an interesting thing I found out recently.
So you can, when it becomes Renown, you still get the extra 1/1 counters on it.
Yeah. So say for example that I've somehow given this Hunt the Week. There you go. That's a good one. So I've cast Hunt the Week. It's now a 3/3. I've removed the blocker. I then deal damage to the player. I then Renown triggers, and now it becomes a 4/4. So the Renown still has to trigger, sort of thing, which is alright. Right, we're now to the uncommons. We have Sigil of Valor. 2 mana artifact equipment. Whenever equipped creature attacks alone, it gets +1/+1 to the end of turn for each other creature you control. So a bit of an upgrade on Exalt if it was attacking individually. But and it equips for 1, so it wasn't bad.
Could you imagine this with Pamela?
Oh no. Oh dear Lord. Oh dear Lord, yeah. This thank God this set rotated. let's just put it down to that, shall we?
Yeah.
But it's all right. It's not bad. It's an okay equipment, especially as you generally get. I mean, to be fair, how many times do you end up in a limited environment where you're like, right, I'm just sitting back and attacking with 1 creature on board? I mean, I had it the other day at FNM, so I think we are swinging with 1/1s in the air just for pecking damage.
Yeah.
This would have helped a lot, especially as a big board presence. We then have Conclave Naturalist, 4 and a green, 4/4, and when it enters the battlefield, you may destroy target artifact or enchantment. So, upgrade on Reclamation Sage.
Yeah.
It's not bad.
How much mana?
5 mana. It's
okay.
It's expensive. It's not going to see modern.
5 mana for a 4/4 though is in limited.
In limited, it's sweet. In fact, it's a 4/4 with or get rid of your artifact or get rid of your enchantment. Yeah, it's not bad. Okay. Well, then we have a Knightly Valor, 4 and a white. It's an enchantment aura. When it enters the battlefield, you get to create a 2/2 white knight creature token with Vigilance, and the enchanted creature gets +2/+2 in Vigilance.
Yeah.
It's not bad. I think it's okay. So it's decent. It's decent. And the rare.
Ooh.
Hangerback Walker, not bad. Okay.
Is this played in modern, isn't it?
This is still played in modern. So it's X and X. It's a 0/0, but it enters the battlefield with X 1/1 counters on it. And when it dies, you get to put a 1/1 colour stop that artifact creature token be flying onto the battlefield for each 1/1 counter. And its last ability is you can pay 1, tap it to put a 1/1 counter on it. This is sick. This was great in limited, and this is great in standard, and it sees some modern play. It's not flying round, but some decks do run it. It's good fun, especially if they've gone, oh well, I'm gonna remove it. It's like you've still got bodies on the ground, sort of thing, so they have to exile it.
Especially if you put it up so high, and suddenly, say if it was 10/10, you've suddenly got 10
1/1 flyers in the air, yeah.
Combine it with the snake.
Yeah, well, could you imagine if this was all around when Aether came out and you had the snake deck?
Yeah.
I mean, let's be honest, Steve was getting quite well with green-black alone. Imagine if he had this as well and he's casting Gear Hulks and making it even bigger. Oh, it would be terrifying. And do we get anything? No! So no foily today. Nope. So...
Hangerback.
Obviously, it would be Hangerback. It would, but
let's say second pick and the Hangerback's gone.
So Hangerback's not there. I personally would be on the Freeblade.
I would do Topan or Nakundo Husk.
Tunko Husk, yeah. No,
maybe the Knightly Valor. Maybe.
As first pick? I don't know about first pick. I mean,
seems strong though.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, I've actually just thought there's no real removal in this pack, so... Yeah. It's not like your next option is pick a removal piece, so I think I'll be on the Freebird fan. But yeah, so that is that, ladies and gentlemen, for Cracker Pack. So sweet, I've got a new Hangerback.
Apple tree.
Maybe. We'll discuss after. So, as we said, we've got a lot to talk about this podcast because things kind of went nuts in the beginning of the new year.
This is what happens. You go to New Zealand, everything happens at once.
What? God, I'm not in charge of when news comes out.
Yeah, it's my job to sort it out afterwards.
Yeah, of course. That's what happens. So, since we've been our last podcast, because this is brand new, the new Ban and Restricted has come out. Standard took quite a hit.
Yes.
Let's just put it that way. I mean, Adam, how does it feel, by any chance, just completing decks and then they get banned? How does that feel?
Third time now. Wizards.
I'm not going to lie, this is my second time, and the first time was a bit salty.
Mate, you see, I can't complain because I don't build meta decks, so therefore I'm fine.
Aether Works Marvel, yeah, that was fine,
No, that didn't need to go.
The reason I had Ravenat Red on the side was, so when Energy eventually got banned, I can go over to Ravenat Red. No.
But to be fair, that's the reason why, right? So to fill anyone in who hasn't been following along in the Magic world, and I don't know how you couldn't, basically the cards that got banned in Energy, Attune with Aether, which was generally agreed upon.
That was not surprising.
That's not surprising. It's a powerful 1 mana card. It gets you 2 energy and gets you a land to hand so it can fix you. It was good.
What about, they were talking about, when Aether Works and Nullabog was getting banned, of limiting the amount of cards so you could have a 2 or 1 of in the day. Well, how would that have run if you think, right, you could have 1 Attune or 2 Attune?
The problem you would have is there'd have to be deck checks and various things of that nature. That's all I would say. Because suddenly then you'd have to, hang on, I want a deck check on... Say for example, I'm versing you. I've heard that you're not a scrupulous player. And you do anything to win. I'd want to call a deck check on you, and so there's not enough people to go deck check. Especially imagine FNM. Could you imagine calling deck checks on FNM?
The thing is, though, you could have that with people putting 5 cards in instead of 4.
Well, yeah, exactly.
It's just kind of the same principle, anyway.
It is the same principle. The fact is, so anyway.
Anyway.
So right, so Attune with Aether got banned. Rogue Refiner. Right, I personally think that it should have been Long Tusk Cub. That's my opinion. I'm sure everyone has a different opinion on this. I'm sure some people would argue Whirl of Virtuoso.
That was my argument.
Bristling Hydra.
Or they can't ban her.
The thing is, though, you removed 2 of the energy sources. So basically, when you remove them 2, you hurt Long Tusk Cub and Bristling Hydra badly.
Yeah.
Because a lot of the time when they're out, you've got the energy from those 2 cards.
Yeah. No, it's kind of it's a bit of a.
I think
I don't know where I fall on this.
I was looking at just before the bannings. I was looking at top 8 and seeing where everywhere's coming in the tournaments. And actually, you look at the energy decks, and the people are putting energy all in one clump. Right, you've got 4-color energy, you've got Teamer energy, and you've got Sultai energy. Yeah. In my opinion, even though Sultai energy won the Pro Tour, it's on the recent tournaments it wasn't a massive problem. They were hardly featuring in the top 8, which I'm quite surprised about because of Scarab God. Who wouldn't want to put a Scarab God in their deck? But
that comes down to be fair, whenever the pros do a deck anyway, the second that deck wins a Pro Tour, everyone knows how to beat it because everyone tools their sideboard to take on the Pro Tour deck. So it's not surprising that after it won the Pro Tour, it couldn't win really. It wasn't making an impact because everyone was planning for it.
I did manage to go 15-0 with it though, so
it was
but professionals, I suppose. Yeah, I'm not a professional, so
not yet.
Not yet. Wait till GP London. Dear. The 4-color energy was featuring somewhat, but it wasn't enough, I think, to generally kill it. Whereas the list was Teamer. So I think that's where banning Whirler over Rogue Refiner would have been a more sensible option. Had 4-color energy come the next thing and it just changed to 4-color, then then you could probably go, all right, then we'll relook at this and bang a Rogue Refiner. But I don't know if 4-color energy and Sultai energy would have made as much of an impact in the format as Teamer has.
Yeah,
in this current sense.
I see your argument. I do agree with you. But I personally think Whirler should have been the pick, in my opinion. Or Longtusk. Those 2, I think. But anyway, right, before we could probably discuss energy all day and how much we hate it anyhow. But the other deck that did take a hit was Ramming Up Red.
I'm annoyed with this.
Which is a bit shocking. But then again, it's not shocking because, to be fair, if you take away energy, the next deck that would be a problem immediately is Ramming Up Red. So it wasn't shocking. But, of course, the 2 cards that got banned were Ramming Up Ruins, obviously the name card.
That wasn't bad.
Which is, it's shock at any point on a stick.
To be fair, if they were going to ban it, I had a funny feeling it was going to be that, and that would have been a safe option to ban.
But the problem I have, the one problem I have, and I know why they've done it. Don't get me, But why Ferocidon? He was so young. He was so young. It hadn't had time to breathe.
The issue I've got with it is they've released a new set, given it a couple of weeks, and they've automatically banned him.
Yeah.
Well, it was in the previous set where the Ixalan blocks, just Ixalan. But again, was the Ferocidon necessary?
Well, I kind of know why they've done it though. But this hear me out. So the reason why they've banned it is because it says players can't gain life. Because the only way to compete against Ramming Up Red in the long run is to gain life. That is literally your one out. If you can't gain life, you're screwed. Because that all Ramming Up Red's going to do to you is, at worst case scenario, get to the point where it's discarding cards to hand to shock you in the face from Hazoret.
Yeah.
That's what it's trying to do. So, I know why they've done it. Don't get me wrong. But, if Rampaging Ferocidon clearly said on it that, take away, it said if it didn't have players can't gain life, and it just said whenever a creature enters the battlefield, its controller takes 1 damage.
Yeah.
And it's a 3/3 for 3. Yeah, fine. It'd still be in the format. It would.
But sort of thing. This is my issue. There is stuff to deal with it. This is my main issue. It's just because people just cannot sort of build things around it. I mean, this is where you've got to be clever at the end of the day. You've got this card, you've got to try and do something about it.
In that sense as well, you've got to 2 for 1 to try and ever get around it. So you're going to have to, 1, remove it and then gain life on the fly. So it's I know why they've done it, don't get me wrong. It's kind of understandable. I mean, to be fair, let's be honest, is it going to wreck the deck? No, because there's things around it. I mean, to be fair, the new card was it the metal they won, the white and the red enchantment, legendary enchantment, and when that flips, that thing becomes stupid because that's a new shot. You pay 3 mana and you get to do 2 damage. So it's the same thing.
I've been playing MTGO last couple of days just to see what the standard was like, and actually someone came up with a red-white one. There's a 3/3 dinosaur that has got vigilance and must attack and block each combat if it's only a 2 mana card as well. Yeah. It's like, okay, that's just replaced the Ferocodon basically. And yeah,
to be fair, Ramanap can easily go into into white or green if it wanted,
or black.
Even black. Even black's got some sweet things in it, sort of thing. So they've got a few things. They've not like, oh no, we can't run our deck anymore. They've lost 2 cards out of it, and they can do things.
My problem with the bannings as a whole is they've gone okay. Energy's not going to be a problem anymore.
Yep.
Team is not going to be a problem anymore. What's going to be the next big problem?
Oh no, sorry, Team Energy.
Oh, sorry, Ramanap Red. Ramanap Red. So Energy and Ramanap Red. What's the next big problem? It's going to be God's Pharaoh's Gift, and it's going to be the same situation again.
Well, no, because you've got there is already plenty of removal in standard in lots of different colours to get rid of artifacts. There already is. There's lots of ways around. Plus, there's that many ways to get rid of creatures through various things. So, lots of destroy effects and stuff like that. So, God Pharaoh's Gift, yes, is annoying, don't get me wrong. Yeah. But the fact is as well, you've also Graveyard here as well. So, God Pharaoh's Gift is annoying, but there's plenty you should have in your sideboard. Either A, to remove artifacts, B, to have Graveyard Shenanigans, or 3, or general removal for creatures.
Yeah.
So you can deal with things left, right, and centre anywhere.
The other deck I think that might make it sudden dive is, and I know me and Adam were discussing this, approaching Second Sun.
Well, to be fair, the one card, Approach to the Second Sun's still good. It's still hard to deal with. And of course, you got the life gain and all that benefit of it as well. But of course, now they've got the new 2 double blue spell, return target, instant or sorcery from your graveyard to your hand. Because of course, the one way to combat Approach to the Second Sun is either you got to quickly aggro them to death, or you counter their stuff. And now they can easily sideboard in a couple of spells to get back the approaches.
Then again, this is where Graveyard Hate comes into play.
Oh yeah, Graveyard. Yeah, so again, you need Graveyard Hate. You need to start planning of, well, how do I deal with the approach deck? Oh, I just go ham. I just go ham as quickly as possible to try and win. I mean, to be fair, you could even stick in some shenanigans like the angel that from Ether. I think it was Ether Revolt. That you can't lose, and if you were to lose, you just sack that key creature. So theoretically, you can stick that in.
Oh yeah, I've got that.
So yeah, you've got. So there's funny little lines you can take. So anyway, so bannings is probably one of the major things that did happen. So it's sad that bannings are happening in standard. They stated quite clearly they weren't going to ban anything in modern because the new Protoss coming up, and of course they didn't want to vastly affect the meta. To be fair, personally, I don't feel like there's anything really running out of control in modern anyway.
What about Death Shadow?
That's died down a bit.
It's died down a bit.
Do you know how many players recently diverse to Death Shadow and they've gotten themselves to 3 life and I've bolted them? Do you know how many times that's happened? It's not even funny. The fact is they don't think. They suddenly get the sight on them. Oh, I can win. Pain, and it's like, in response, bolt. And then they go...
It's a bit like with me, Steel Moon Cavalier. They've gone, swing, block, no damage, you die.
Yeah, got pro, fabulous, great. It's literally, I mean... Alright, okay, don't get me wrong, it's powerful, but then again, Infect's powerful, but Infect's are one-shots, they've got to go all in on one thing, sort of, there's many things that have to happen to get around it. So, but the fact is, that's the way modern is. When you've got this beautiful, vast array of cards in a big pool, you can suddenly go, oh, well, technically this deck's the worst. It's like, to be fair, I could easily argue with you that Affinity's the worst deck. But it isn't. But the fact is that I run red, and theoretically I do. Well, I'm not saying I don't, but I do run a lot of artifact destruction in my sideboard. I have wear and tears, or I was even at one point running replicate the 1 mana replicate spell that can destroy all artifacts. It's hilarious. sort of thing. So there's lots of ways around this.
So does Standard need to widen up its sets? So
I wouldn't say so, no, because I like the way the rotation is now. But it's kind of, I think, the problem. I mean, for example, with Ferocidon in mind, Ferocidon was built as an answer card. You can quite see it because obviously the entire thing, the entire line of text of whenever a creature enters the battlefield, its control loses 1 life. Well, we know what that was to combat. That was to combat Felidar Guardian combo. Obviously, it makes sense. The Saheeli Felidar combo, they obviously saw it, said, oh, we need an answer for this just in case. Oh, players can't get a life. Oh, whenever it enters the battlefield, you're going to take 1 damage. Oh, go infinite. Day. I double day.
That, actually.
Yeah, but to be fair, so you can see why. I mean, to be fair, for example, you obviously had Smuggler's Copter, got banned. Next set comes out, you got Ethersphere Harvester, which was the perfect answer to Smuggler's Copter. It could, even the life you lost, you could get back with the lifelink. Pay an energy, get a lifelink. It blocks the Copter all day long. Fabulous, great. They've sort of gone and banned some of the answer cards, which is because, of course, that once they don't have to deal with that problem, they're generally powerful on their own, sort of thing. So I can see why they've done it, sort of thing. Don't get me wrong, but it kind of smirks a little, sort of thing. I mean, the one problem I've got. I mean, to be fair, I'll be honest. I've been out of Standard now. A good 6 months? I would probably say about 6 months. I mean, I've got the last deck I've built that I actually have fun with in Standard is my green-white cat tribal deck.
Yeah.
That's just fun. That's great. That's a great laugh. But is it competitive? Nah, It could draw a lot of cards, though, I'll tell you that. Dear Lord, Vanquisher's ban is insane! But yeah. So we'll move on from bannings, because we don't want to be a negative podcast. We could easily whinge about Magic all day long, but we're not gonna, because we actually enjoy the game. So, we're not negative Nancy's. Next bit of news is obviously Rivals of Ixalan has come out, and by God, I like it so far.
Really?
I've not had much chance to jump in. I've cracked a couple of packs and stuff. A lot of bombs. It seems like it's very sort of, there are a lot of bombs in a lot of different colours.
Yeah. It does make sealed and draft 10 times better with this set now.
I mean, to be fair though, I can see that some people have been a bit about it because, of course, if you don't open a decent bomb in specific colours, you're in trouble.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, I did a draft. I only went 1 and 2. I didn't have any bombs, but I had a hell of a lot of fun with a lot of lifelinkers and Ascend. Oh my God, I love Ascend. Yeah. Ascend is a hilarious mechanic. Yes, I can get 10 permanents, easy.
It's a bit like that 2 black, 1 mana. All creatures get -2/-2 if you have Ascend, only your opponents. 2 and that is stupid.
It's a mini Languish, and it's like it's a mini Languish or a mini. I can't think of a spell off the top of my head that's -2 to all opponents' creatures. But it is sweet. It is really good. I mean, to be fair, the Harpy was hilarious. The Harpy's hilarious. In fact, one of my opponents was like, swing it, because of course I got Ascend. I said, I've got a City's Blessing. Okay. And I swung my creatures like, fine, block. These 3 die, and then you okay, right, alright, well, now I get 3 1/1 counters. What? So whenever a creature's like, once I got Ascend, I get 1/1 counters. They're like, oh, you are kidding me. And I went, no. It's like, why do you think I sent my 1/1s to the sacrificial slaughter? Enjoy. And it was. I like the Ascend mechanic. I think it's funny. The Black Horse is fun as well. Suddenly that's a 5/5. That's hilarious.
I think the Vampire is quite good. The Mythic Vampire. You reveal the card on the upkeep. Your opponent loses life equal to its converted mana cost. You gain that life as well. So you're drawing 2 cards each turn, and you're gaining life.
Is that only if you got Ascend, though?
Only if you got Ascend,
Okay.
It's a 2/4/4 mana, though.
That's not bad. It's not bad.
Survives against a braid and stuff like that.
That's cool.
One is that I particularly like is Direfleet Daredevil.
Oh, what? Redcaster Mage.
Yeah.
It's not quite Snapcaster, but damn it! Oh, it's so close to being Snapcaster Mage.
Steelmaster. That's what we call it.
Steelmaster. Steelmaster.
The other thing is you use your opponent's graveyard.
Yeah.
What? You can target your opponent's graveyard?
Yeah,
No,
you
you
tar-
have to target your opponent's graveyard. Hence why I call him Steelmaster. But
Oh, that's funny. Oh, that's really funny. Oh no, you see, that actually makes it slightly worse because what if your opponent's like a creature deck, like tribal deck? Because tribal decks only run.
sideboard it out.
Well, yeah, you got to sideboard it out, but it's kind of a dead card sort of thing. Because
It might be a sideboard card, and then if you see something really fun, like imagine if they're playing approach to their second son.
Yeah, but you got to cast it from your hand to win it.
Oh no, but you can.
Yeah, no,
instead,
but
like,
you can but it's effectively graveyard removal. Yeah. It's technically graveyard removal on a stick for certain things. I mean, to be fair, even if the blue right approach, they're running torrential gateholds. There we go. I can remember.
The only downside is
I've only been gone a month. I can still remember magic cards.
the only downside is you've got to spend mana for it. So you can't cast it for free.
Yeah, but then again, you can get rid of it, which is always a good thing. So yeah, no, that's definitely sweet.
No, if that card will be put into a graveyard this turn, exile it instead. So,
But you exile it as part of the.
oh yeah.
So,
but yeah, I have to say the one of the ones I like is the Phoenix, the rekindling Phoenix.
Yeah.
That is so good. It's good in limited. It's hilarious in constructed, especially once you start doubling up the tokens.
have you seen the Elder Dragon where you cast the top of each everyone's life?
The Elder Dinosaur.
Yeah.
They don't have dragons on
sorry.
Ixalan.
Yeah.
In fact, I think this is the one plane there is no dragons.
Or zombies.
But
Actually, no, good point. There's no zombies either. Yeah, so there's no and they apparently have
How's it?
goblins.
Wizard, where are my zombies?
but that dinosaur is ridiculous and two-headed. I managed to get it on a two-headed game swing, and I cast 4 cards because I was stole him.
Oh, that's nice. I like that. Yeah, it's definitely a fun card. To be fair, the one gripe I know there's gonna be a gripe here. The one gripe I have is the legendary dinosaur, the three color one.
Yeah.
Why isn't that 5 color? And here's my argument, right? Because they've gone back and they've changed all the creature types for a load of dinosaurs that were dinosaurs but weren't called dinosaurs because we didn't have dinosaurs before Ixalan. And there are some black and some blue.
Yeah.
Because generally most dinosaurs are in Naya colours. But there is no dinosaur commander that can unify the 5. That's 5 colour that you can unify. You're gonna have. Oh, it is. But no, it's like, no, Adam, no. I know you want to get rid of your GP promise. I know that's the reason why you mention it, because you're like, yes, I need to get rid of the promise. But no, Adam, it's like I might as well say, well, I'll run Child of Alara. It's like, it's not the same. It's
Yeah,
like,
I know it's not the same.
I'm a tribal fanboy. I need closure. It's like the reason why I run Omnath is because it's fun. at least he's all about elementals. That's what I want. So
All I want is Planeswalkers to be commanders. So I can ask Urza as my commander. I'll be a very happy person.
I will say I do like a lot of the pirates that have come out in Rival Ixalan.
Oh, the pirate.
There are some really juicy
The
ones.
pirates are sweet, although I find it funny now we've got 2-mana lords, 8/4 vampires and merfolk. Gee, oh my god.
Yeah, and the thing is, the pirate ones 4.
Well, yeah, but to be fair, it's if you've already got a pirate lord in standard, which is Admiral Black and Brass sort of thing. I mean, obviously you can't have it multiples of them, but
The attacking pirates get +2 and +0, I think.
It is good. It is sweet. I mean, I ran it yesterday in FNM, and that was really sweet. Actually, it was so, especially when I declared attack. He went, "Oh yeah, I take 3," and I went, "No, you take 5." And he went, "Why?" I said, "It says attacking pirates get +2/+0." I said, "Yeah." I said, "It's not other. It says attacking." And he picked it up and went, "Oh, what?" and sort of double checked. It's kind of this thing, because generally, unfortunately, we're in this sort of mind frame now of where we're used to seeing the word other, get this. Whereas now we're not used to seeing when a card comes down and it says this just happens.
Yeah.
So yeah.
One pirate I do find quite funny is Protean Raider. That's going to be wrong.
That's funny. And to be fair, my opponent at FNM copied his Rekindling Phoenix with it, and that was just horrific. It was a bloodbath.
What is worrying me with the limited set, though, there is one creature, if you have a certain combo, I know it's a very specific combo, I got it in draft last night, you can swing for 24 potentially with. So there's this creature that is double damage when it does damage to a player, the Ceratops.
Yeah.
So yesterday I managed to mark on the Vampire, and in Ixalan you've got the 7-drop. Whenever you do damage to any source an opponent controls, or him himself, you do double damage. So I nearly managed to yesterday. Double, which was like 24 lifelink, which was...
I speak for 24. Well, to be fair, one of my hilarious stories was my pack 1 pick 1 in draft was Azor's Gateway.
Yeah.
Which was funny. And especially as my, I think was it my first game or my second? Yeah, it was my first game. I was filtering because, of course, I was drawing land and I was getting rid of it. And at one point, I had 5 swamps and a mountain under it. And he said, "Why aren't you trying to flip it?" He said, "Because I don't want to flip it. No. I need card draw." I was desperate at this point to get card draw, and it was just funny because, of course, we got to 4, and I said, "Don't worry, the next turn I'm going to Exodia and win." At which my opponents began laughing hysterically, which was rather good.
This is the only set I've ever known where I've never ever first pick taken the rare. I've taken the uncommon instead.
Yeah, to be fair, my second pack I passed the rare because it was I can't remember which one it was now, but it wasn't good. It wasn't that good. And
yeah.
I'm like, no, I'd rather take this piece of removal because it's more sweet.
I got Mythic past me yesterday.
Yeah. To be fair, it seems that a lot of people are thinking about draft these days. It's really good.
Yeah.
But yeah. So anyway, we'll shift on from Rivals because it is a good set. And actually ties in technically. We'll do a little segue. Oh yes, we'll filter this in quite nicely. Channel Fireball, ladies and gentlemen. Well, as we all know, they are doing the GPs for Wizards for all of 2018, guaranteed. Whether that opens up after that, we don't know.
Do we know if that's till end of season? Because
I believe it's the end of season, that sort of thing. I think. No, hang on. No, it's the end of the year.
Yeah, because they announced the next GPs.
Yeah. So Channel Fireball. While I was away, got an email through from them asking me to join their database to be on the content creator, so for creators and get invited along possibly to GPs and. Signed up, didn't think much more of it, let the lads know, and they're like, "Oh, that's all cool," but we sort of didn't expect much from it, and we got they contacted us about GP London and asked us to come along, and by God, we were a bit stunned.
Yeah.
Especially when I read the email and I was like, "What? Oh, me? I mean, no offense. We're not exactly big in terms of the UK side of things, but apparently we make enough noise." But so it was fascinating to be invited along. We are going to be attending GP London. The Adam and Chris are both attending the entire weekend. I myself have a lovely dentist appointment I have to go to on the Friday.
We'll think of you while we're on.
Oh, I really don't want to go. I'd rather stay. I'd rather go to the GP. Trust me. So Chris has graciously accepted to do Spell Slingers, which he's now cursing me because he didn't realise he has to first randoms. He thought he was going to partake in an event rather than take on the world. So he's kind of not liking me at the moment, but I'm sure
I've forgiven you.
I'll make it. I brought you back some zombies from New Zealand.
Yeah, that is true. So you are forgiven.
So and I'll give you junk advice on deck build archetypes.
I've actually got a few. I've been thinking this while we've been doing over the podcast. I've already thought of a new deck that I'm going to possibly do.
For the ones you can't see, he's literally just laid out here.
Chris may have bought a booster box and he's cracked it before coming onto the podcast, and he's currently literally sat here looking at cards going and practically drooling on the side of his mouth by the looks of it. So I'm sure that there is a sweet deck tech video coming out soon on the channel.
I've actually got 2 coming. I've got my updated Rakdos one that's
okay, that sounds good. Yeah,
and I've got an Izzet one which I'm planning to do as well.
Ooh, sweet.
And then third one I'm possibly going to do a Grixis one.
Okay, cool. Well, I've got Speaking of deck techs, I've got green-white tokens. I know, shock horror tokens, ladies and gentlemen. I know. Oh god, I bet you're all sat down. I had to sit down for a second there. But yeah, no, to be fair, I've had hilarious things come up in my head with combos for deck tech. But yeah, so anyway, sorry. No,
I need to actually do a deck tech once in a while.
Well, you can actually contribute to the channel. Jesus.
Hey, I'm on a quest at the moment.
Yes,
Please excuse me whilst you can.
Yes, yeah. Oh, I know. But yeah, we'll get onto your quest in a second. But yeah, so Channel Fireball have invited us, and it's gonna be sweet. It's gonna be absolutely amazing. We can't wait to get round to going. One benefit as well is that we get to see not only Masters of Magic, who are good friends of the channel, and we love them dearly. They are, although they're now slowly becoming rivals. We are going to get to meet Life Begins at 20, who we've not met yet, so that's going to be cool. Also, we get to see Total MTG again, and generally I'm thinking of kicking him in the shin and then running, but you know,
I met him.
not that I'm bitter about losing to a stupid blue deck, but you know.
Wait, did he beat you?
Twice.
Quite badly.
I know. Was he St. Birmingham, was it?
No, this was a Magic Online for the Content Creators Challenge Cup. Not that anyone's counting.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, I remember now.
Yeah. He didn't just beat me; he stomped me into the ground.
Which round was that? Which round was that?
Round 1. Not that anyone's paying attention. But anyway. And then also Pleasant Kenobi is going to be joining. Is going to be there as well, which is exciting because we love Kenobi. He's hilarious, and hopefully he doesn't try and bomb the vlogs again, which no doubt he will.
Maybe keep watching your back because I'm going to bomb your vlog if you're doing it.
Oh yeah, no. If he does a vlog, we got to bomb his one. Yeah. That's a plan. It's like for like now. And then and the other content creator is coming. He's not part of the influencers, but he will be in attendance. Is Digital Llama, who's a new content creator for the UK. I can't wait to actually meet him in person. So it's going to be sweet. Get to meet him. He does actually some really good pack openings and some good deck decks. If you get a chance to check him out, please do. But yeah, apart from that, we'll looking forward to working with Channel Fireball and see what happens. And you know, when I casually 8-0 first day one, you know, on my from being invited, you know, that'd be nice. And but yeah, so obviously, as I cut you off before, are you planning on doing any deck techs?
Planning on doing Vampire Standard at the moment, so I'm having a little look, having a little play test on MTGO, and I've actually got my Commander deck to do a deck tech video for, which is Planeswalkers. So,
which I'm going to say this right now is completely wrong and infuriating.
Yeah, we need to get onto the commander judges and just make them ban doubling season. Yeah, get rid of that one.
Do we know if silver bordered cards got banned?
Yes, they're on commander front. Silver bordered cards are now banned again. So ask the head of the academy is gone for you, Adam. Sorry. But yeah, so other news we have discussed between myself and Chris is that we're going to start doing some streaming on MakeGo as well.
I'm looking forward to.
Which I'm excited to do as well. I'm going to be investing in a more current system because my laptop can't quite handle streaming and recording at the same time.
I've actually got a PC up and running now for it, so
that's cool. Yeah, so we got a few things going on that front. But yeah, so that's going to be cool. So there in the description box on the YouTube video, there will be our Twitch main channel that you can subscribe to. We may have our own personal channels, but we'll link them through the various things as we get up and running. But yeah, so it's rather sweet how things are cracking on in the YouTube land, and we're just excited to keep working on content and cracking on with the way things are going. And that's pretty much it. I can't think of any other. Is there any other news? Core sets. We got core sets coming out. Yeah. Core sets have been announced, and that's coming out in June or July. Or was it?
So is that going to be as part of the standard block, or
yes?
So yeah, they're bringing a pre-release for it.
Yes.
Yeah.
So they're bringing core sets back because they've realised the easiest way to get reprints and needed reprints into a set is to put them in the core sets. which they took away because they said that they weren't popular.
There's a question.
Yeah.
Are we going to see the return of Lightning Bolt?
Oh, please let us know.
They tried to weaken Ramonette Red. Strong.
Yeah, I'll sack a land. Who needs sacking a land like a lightning bolt? Yeah.
To be fair, when it comes out, you lose. They Ramonette Red lose a lot.
Yeah, no. To be fair, there's some sweet things. You know, about it. The core set, I'm interested to see because I enjoyed the core sets. I've always been a fan of them. Okay, yes, the flavour's terrible, don't get me wrong.
Is it random mythics as well? Because I've never been for a core set. So.
Core set, the only core set that they've done that's been flavoured was Origins, because that was all about the 5 Planeswalkers and their stories and backgrounds and blah, blah, blah. But all the core sets before that were, if there was a theme, I can't figure it out.
I think...
But it tends to be sort of reprintish sort of things. They tend to do new ones as well and stuff like that.
I think 2015 was a little bit about Garrick.
Yeah, 2015 was a bit about Garrick. 2012 was about Gideon, I believe, off the top of my head. But yeah, so there was sort of rough sort of flavour, but not.
I am doing the campaign Reprint Ophanissa. Reprint the O's. Reprint the O's.
Adam, that's not going to happen.
Please.
It's not going to happen. I know you want Super Friends back. I know you want Super Friends and Standard back so badly, but it's not going to happen, Adam.
Please, Wizard of the Coast, do it, because I just wanted to see Jordan's face when he sees this.
I'm the one who convinced him to build it, and I'm the one who got all the hate from the various members of our LGS when they realised what because like, oh, Super Friends is terrible. And then I convinced Adam to build it, and of course he then started winning.
How do you think they all felt when I started playing Bant Spirits?
Yeah, definitely. Oh, the last bit of news is, of course, that Adam's already mentioned was Adam's quest.
Oh yeah.
So Adam is what current status are you now?
I'm 199 away, so 1,101.
Yes. So Adam realised that when we were on the return journey from Liverpool, that he was, I think you were at the time 400 points away from earning buys at GPs. So he has now made it his mission because he wants to be lazy and get some free wins. Because
who wouldn't?
Well, no, let's be honest. Because Adam hasn't had the best of runs with especially in limited.
No.
And a win would be helpful.
I've had one win.
You've had one, yeah. So that's your current record. Your current record is one win, Adam. At limited.
1 and 6, something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's kind of So Adam's at the moment looking to get himself free buys. So he's doing well, and of course we've got GP London coming up. So. Well, I've already told him that basically because he's in the main event, all he has to do is go 8-0 day one, and he's got it. It's great, and that way he can celebrate.
You know what I've been doing? I've been saving my wins at GPs. I'm storing them away. I'm cashing them in now.
So you've stored all your good luck. Yeah. So the MTG gods will go, you know what, we're going to give Adam a break here. Here's the pool, Adam. It builds itself. It's monocolour as well. Amazingly. Enjoy. Yeah, the chances are, Adam, I'll be impressed if it does happen.
Yeah.
I'm sure you'll come up with some punishment if you do manage to do 8-0, and you'll have made me eat my words in some respects, saying that I have to buy you a pint or a burger or something like that. I'm sure you'll come up with something before the GP.
If we go 8-0, you'll buy me a booster box and we're going that evening and we're practicing.
You wish. I can't afford a booster box to give away, let alone give one to you. Not a chance, sunshine.
Oh dear.
Apart from that, I think we can call it there, gentlemen. So, as I said, this podcast is available through iTunes. Please let us know if you want us to find it, if you want to be able to find it anywhere else. We're happy to obviously get on site and do our own thing. So that is goodbye from all of us here at UKMtG. This has been Ugins Insight, episode 18, and we are saying goodbye.
Bye-bye. See you later.
Get on the case.